Right. I have no idea what it's got. And in the bottom left, we have our Terran player. He proxied this game. Let's see what he does this time. He is
Master Maru Prime.
I feel like the producers over there are rolling a D20 on when to start it, man.
And the bottom right starting location, we have our Protoss player. He is
New challenger, STXO Track.
all right. Well, as usual, we're gonna have to wait and see if there's gonna be proxied anything. It doesn't look like there is, and then after that, we wait for the Protoss Cybernetics core to finish.
Yeah.
He'll show us a tech then we can start talking about that.
Indeed. Well, until then, Tasteless.
Yes.
What shall we talk about?
Let's talk about dodgeball. Easy.
Easy.
You ever played dodgeball as a kid?
Yeah, and actually, I was the best in school.
Were you really?
Yeah, in elementary school, I was the best. They would actually bring out the janitor, who's this big guy with muscles. He seemed big. He's probably tiny now if I go back. But when I was a kid, he seemed big.
Now that you're all grown up and
the thing is that the kids could never hit me with the dodgeball because I just like look at where they were going to throw it and then I move away from there.
Whoa!
It was like, yeah, no, it wasn't hard. I'm not like bragging. Actually, it's because my classmates were all dumb.
Yeah.
But they would take out the janitor, and then we'd play. It'd be like 10 minutes for him to get me, but he'd get me.
You ever had like that one kid that was at your school who was like just clearly hit puberty before the rest of the boys? So he was like really big and he could throw a dodgeball that could like probably put a kid in the hospital. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't think I had
There was
one of
this
those,
kid
though.
at my school, he was just so big and like so many kids got like hit. You know, they're like, you can't hit people in the face. I'm like, it's dodgeball.
Yeah. It'll happen.
You never know. Some kid just tries to duck and bam. Nerd's got a bloody nose now. Like,
yeah.
But no, man, I used to play with this kid and he would throw the ball so hard. And it was just, yeah, that was my story.
Wow.
What's my
Speaking of part of your story about bloody noses, I was one of those little nerds that had those like once a week.
Oh, you just get bloody noses, or just from, or was that from sports?
Artosis, go to the nurse's office. You have a bloody nose again.
Like, don't call me artosis.
What does that even mean?
I haven't named myself that. Are you from the future?
Yeah. All right, so we have
12 Monkeys stuff with esports. Like,
oh my. All right, a super fast Nexus here.
Yep.
And it's going up against a really quick factory.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. These are two builds that don't normally meet each other here. It's a best of 3.
It's a nice speedy mothership core, and the thing is, so few units are actually being produced. Like he's going on his 3rd green and whatnot. As long as he's planning to go robo pretty quick, and with that singing gas up, he should be. All he has to do is make sure.
Look at this mothership actually zoning this SCV.
Oh, yeah, there is a starport coming too, so this could be a little bit hard to deal with, but he should be throwing up the robo in just a couple seconds. Let's see. Should be going up about now. Come on.
Doop.
Oh, you got warp gate first. Okay, that's reasonable.
Forge.
Oh, that could be a little bit of a problem. A lot of times when you go forge, you actually skip the robo.
Well, you know, if he gets cannons up in his expansion and his main, as long as he survives the first attack.
I wonder if he's actually going to skip robo or not, because it could just be, okay, he does grab the robo. I was going to say it could be just...
what if this mothership just gets hit by this Widowmine?
That'd be really nice for him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of damage put on that mothership core. But you know what? This warns him about what's coming. So he can actually... If I'm him right now, I think I throw a cannon up in the mineral line. And in fact, a cannon does start. Where do you put that cannon? Yeah, it's in the main mineral line. That's perfect.
Good. That's really good.
Now the forge actually turns out to be fortuitous, even though it was...
he can actually drop down under this mothership core, excuse me.
Looks like he's going to. And really nice move. Learning from where Fantasy made a slight mistake before.
Yeah.
Now that's one less Nexus cannon. Big deal. But Robo finished. First cannon in main base where he's going first is done. By the time he gets to the natural, that cannon will be warping in. This has basically already been stopped.
Yeah, really nice strat. Okay, boys, the Hellions are coming here now.
Nice move.
He needs to get that mothership core. He's going to get anything.
Instead, he's going to get, like, very little. He's killed 9 probes, actually. That was a lot more than I thought he was going to get.
Yeah.
I understand the 2 or 3 over on the side, but let's see. Is that worth it? The 9 probes is 22 against 25. Yeah, you know what? It was pretty good, but he's going to Hellbat drop follow-up. And that's definitely going to need to do a bit of damage because his production facilities are going to be very few and very late.
Yeah, that's very true.
And we actually have an attack upgrade coming for Trap as opposed to an armor upgrade.
That's what, well, you know, it looks like he's going to try to get in here with the Observers and the Stalkers. He's not going to use the armor on the Zealots to absorb damage. He wants to use these Stalkers to try to snipe Widow Mines, push forward, and maybe potentially even push the Terran onto the high ground here with his second base.
Yeah, it might be because of the speed of it. Maybe he wants to go 1-1 and the attack will help sooner than the armor. That is kind of interesting, though.
Yeah, it is. Looks like they're going to get this SCV up here.
All right. Well, now we wait for the Hellbat drop, Tasteless. The greatest move in the game. The Hellbat
Pretty
drop.
much the greatest move in the game, actually. That's not even really an exaggeration.
No, not really. And here one comes. There will be more. Don't worry. This isn't the only one.
Nexus cannon's already been activated.
Oh, he's going to snipe a sentry. Very nice. Oh, just barely not. Good pullback.
All right, need to evacuate these probes now.
Ooh, very good probe maneuvering.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Trap is really on the ball with it.
Yeah, he's got this, actually.
Yeah.
As long as their Stalkers do their job. Okay, they do.
Now, the next drop is incoming. That Nexus cannon's still up. More and more Hellbats on the way still.
Now remember, when you're doing these Hellbat drops, if you don't do enough damage, you're giving units away, and not just attacking units, the medevacs as well. So you have 3 or 4 of these that all do nothing, and you will probably lose.
Yeah.
However, lately people are so good at doing these that they're fine.
Yeah.
He's actually going to get this medevac now.
I tell you what, at the same
if
time,
he gets the sentries, though.
At the same time, Tasteless, these players are getting Hellbat dropped so much, they know exactly what to do against it. And we definitely see that occurring here. He's not really taking as much damage as you would imagine. He's taken a total of 11 probe losses this game.
Yeah.
That is not so bad for this many Hellbat drops and the speed of that Widow Mine drop and the fact that he ran in Hellions, and the Hellions actually ended up doing, I think, more damage than most of the other stuff. But
yeah.
Well, Colossus is on the way. Twilight going to be coming up. He's got to keep those upgrades going. I wonder if he's going to go Blink Colossus. I don't think this is a 1 Colossus build, especially with that quick +1 attack. It seems like he wants Colossus.
Well, you can get a lot of Colossus and actually be fine if they're doing these drops because they're not making Vikings.
Very true, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he is going to be behind on that, I think. And especially when you see a lot of Hellbats, too, you know that, I mean, that takes a lot of your production up to be making Hellbats all game long like this and then wasting them.
How many sentries were actually picked off?
I think he's lost 2.
2? Does that sound right?
I think it was 1 or 2. Definitely not a 3rd. I'd remember the 3rd, Tasteless. We lose 3 sentries. That is, man. Ooh.
Well, the Hellbat
That's why I only
too,
make
all
2.
the ways to lose them.
That's why I make only 2 sentries in this matchup.
So you never have
lose
to
a
face
3rd.
the fact that you might have lost 3 to Hellbat drops?
Never.
But speaking of which, Thermal Lance is on the way here. It's going to be very strong with the sentries that he does have.
Blink as well, and that all this really points or makes it smart that he got +1 attack then +1 armor like this.
Yeah.
Really, really.
Well, I mean, that +1 attack is help on the Stalkers to shoot down medevacs and
of course
Hellbats.
Colossi want the attack, not the armor.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is more about zoning your opponent out than letting charge lots take a beating. So this is really nice, especially against so many Hellbats, because Hellbats are better against charge lot type compositions, whereas this is going to be Stalker Colossus, and it will do fantastic because they outrange it so viciously.
All right, a scan over here. Looks like we're going to have a double-pronged attack. Let's see if Maru can make it work this time. He didn't in game number 1.
I don't think so. Look at this defense. It's perfect so far from Trap. No way he's taking damage from that little tiny frontly attack.
Frontly attack. Whoa, Artosis. All right.
The amount of words that I make up every day, Tasteless.
Yeah, man.
I'm more busy than the guys at Webster. Actually, I'd probably make them very busy.
You're busier than the guys answering the definitions at Urban Dictionary. I love that site, by the way.
It can be funny.
Yeah. All right, a massive drop, all headed towards the main, it looks like. All the medevacs are now going to meet up.
You remember when medevacs all moved exactly that slow? I can't even imagine.
It's weird. I'm so used to them moving fast now.
Yeah.
Whoa, nice hit there.
Well, he's
All right,
dropping.
here we go.
This is a big, big drop. And it's doing a very good job so far. Does throw on that Nexus Cannon. Should be targeting down Medivacs. Colossi do come in.
He does get the cybernetic score there.
You know, if he had focused on targeting down Medivacs, he definitely could have gotten 2 or maybe even 3 there. Oh my god, that is a good drop. Whoa! He just got like 17 probes between those 2 drops, and now even more. That was fantastic. Oh,
a little sloppy with the handling of this.
Yeah.
All right, he does get him back.
Wow, that was really good. Really nice harassment there by Maru. Now you can see he's got a big supply lead at this point, and he might actually end up taking this game, even though Trap, for most of it, was in a good shape.
Yeah.
He was really in a good
true.
spot. And I mean, the second he moved out, Maru, he dropped the hammer.
Well, you can see why Maru likes to play like this. Even if it's 2 base versus 2 bases, he probably has a lot more success than most people do.
I think you're right, yeah.
Playing like that.
This is his style. And
I like the pylon there at that third, so that he can't make command center, land a command center there until he deals with that.
well, I tell you what, Tasteless, I think what we're going to see is probably like 3 Archons and go. Oh, no, he's getting Sidestorm, so I guess he actually still wants to play this out even though he lost a lot, but I felt like he might try to hit some sort of timing attack before the Viking and Medevac counts were too high, but actually there's 2 star ports out with reactors, so
Maru's looking great. He's looking absolutely great.
He is. That's it's quite impressive. You know, he really knows how to play his own style. The huge Medevac drop, trying to find a hole, finally finding that one hole.
He might actually just put a contain up on Soul Trap. On Trap? I don't know why I just called it. I saw Soul on S6 Soul. I was like, Trap. I'm like,
Soul Trap.
Soul Trap's actually almost better than just Trap.
Yeah. I mean, Soul Trap, it's like, well, how do you beat Soul Trap? Well, with the Soul Key, of course.
All right. Yeah, he should just get a contain up on him here.
Yeah, I don't think he'll attack up the ramp.
Just make a big
that would be the easiest way for him to throw away his lead, is to attack up here.
Well, he's going to do that, it looks like.
No.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
No way. There's Psystorm. He can't do it. He can't do it.
Well, he shouldn't do it. He might do it. He's an autonomous human, Artos. He might just do it. You actually can't control him, Artos.
No,
he's a free-thinking human.
And, well, you know what? He's making it work a little bit better by kiting back, but Psystorms are starting to hit, and he's going to land that against 3 Immortals. I don't know if that's the right choice. But he might just break through anyways and trap with very little supply left over.
Well, he lost that beautiful composition he had before.
Yeah. And the thing is, during all this, Maru has his 3rd up, so he can easily remake all this. He has those 2 starports. He has plenty of barracks at the moment. Everything's looking good for Maru. I don't think that Trap can come back. He's lost all his expensive stuff, and when you lose all your expensive stuff, you better be on 3 or 4 bases with like 2+ robos and at least 10, 12 gates.
There is a fundamental difference between Terran and Protoss in that this unit comp we see here can be remade within a minute or 2. At least having the balance of Marauders, Marines, Medevacs, and Vikings. But when you see Protoss, when they lose the Sentries, the Immortals, the Colossi, the Templars, as well as the Zealots and the Stalkers, it takes a while to build that back up to the point where there's some degree of balance.
They're gas units. It's so much harder.
And especially the fact that the Robo units are all coming from the same place. Observers too, actually.
Very true.
And even the Warp Prism. I mean,
and especially after upgrades get going, in small groups, the Terran Army late game becomes way better than small groups. Like, if it's super late game, you both have all your upgrades, and you're both sitting about 100 supply, Terran's going to slaughter you likely.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Terran now pushing out. We do have a drop coming here from the Protoss. Let's see how much damage it can do. Nice storm drop there.
It's quite nice. But does he have enough at home to hold right now? He does have some Psy Storms in here. He's got to be careful. Doesn't want to bleed off too many Zealots. He's going to need those.
Nice dodging here.
Yeah. Oh, man. Only hitting 1 or 2 Marauders at a time with these Storms. Definitely not what he needed. And I think this is the end of Trap.
All right. Trap now going to lose these Immortals, as you can see in GG. There you have it. The winner here today, Maru. 1 cheese and 1 good old Maru style, excuse me. Pulling through a win there.
Yep. All right. Well, Good job by Maru. He has to be very happy with himself taking that third game, especially when it was looking so dire. His harassment did a little bit in the beginning, and then in the middle did absolutely jack.
Yeah.
And Trap was defending so well, but that 4 medevac drop just came at the perfect time, the crucial time when Trap was just completely out of position.
Yeah.
Coupled with the small hellbat drop in the natural, like Maru was really ready to get an advantage. He kept on trying, and eventually it happened.
Trap can't be happy with that. I think he played very well. I wouldn't beat, if I was him, to beat up about game number 2, but game number 3 there, he couldn't quite hold his ground. He saw Maru running away and decided to attack into it. No. And you wait, you get more storms, you build up. When you're sure you can move out, that's what you do.
You know, he started to move out too. And I think he's especially torn up about it because when he started to move out, I think he was probably thinking, wow, I've defended this very well. I'm in a good spot. I'm going to go
a lot
poke.
of hellbat drops, yeah.
Yeah. But Dems to apples, tasteless.
Yes, Dems to apples.
To apples.
Yes. Excuse me. So we got our winners today.
Yes, we do.
And we're going to go ahead and throw those results up for you guys. I got to say, the first 2 best of 3s we did, not so great. I did like the cheese game, the double cheese with Flash and Innovation, because it's fun when you get people of that rank playing against each other with builds like that to see what happens.
Well, I really liked Rain against Hiva. Very fun one, tasteless. That was definitely the best series of the night for me.
Yeah, for me too.
You know,
Rain against Hiva was incredible.
There was some good stuff to learn elsewhere as well. Like the Sue game, how he punished Parting's greedy builds. That was nice and whatnot. Here
on our screen you can see who's winning and who's losing so far in Group A and B.
That is correct. So far, Sulky and Sue, the S-Zergs, out at the lead.
Yes. Really cool games, though, today, especially that one with Hiva Zerg against Rain's Protoss. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I really did, too. That was a nice
one. Now, whether you see people win or lose today, whoever you're rooting for, none of these guys are out yet. That's for day 3 to decide.
Yeah. And
you lose 2 games in these groups and you are out. That's it. You're done.
Well, let's see here.
What's up, Marty?
You know, I am a little bit surprised about. Well, no, I guess I'm not too surprised about Maru versus Trap. I thought Maru would do well against him, but I guess with how Game 1 looked, and then how the beginning of Game 3 looked, I really started to feel like Trap would take it.
So, for reiteration here, well, actually, no, this is for day 3, excuse me.
Yes.
We're going to have Sulky against Sue, Young against Innovation first against Rain. I really can't wait for that, especially.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And Trap against Kangho.
All right, those are going to be some really nice matches. You know, we have, let's see. Yeah, first Rain is going to be very, very interesting indeed. Rain has always been a PvP master. First has shown us the best PvT we've seen. How far is First going to get? A lot of people are starting to say this might be a season where we see someone like First come out of nowhere.
I've had a lot of people tweet that to me, actually.
I've seen that too.
So we'll see. I would think Rain gets out, though.
I think First for certain is going to come out of that group because of how badly he thrashed Fantasy and the fact that Rain says that Fantasy beats him in practice. That's like, I don't know. We'll see. I think that's a very important match, First versus Rain.
Yeah, well, it's a tricky one, especially for this tournament, to know who's going to move on and who's not going to. We have so many new players that we haven't seen a ton of that we know were legends in StarCraft 1. And then we got that next to some of these old school guys who were legends in StarCraft 2 for Wings. It's going to be an interesting next few months to see where everybody stands, where all the pieces fall.
Indeed, it will be tasteless. Well, I've had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, it was a good night.
Despite my initial disappointments, it turned out all right, I would say.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Well, guys, as usual, feel free to add us on Twitter. Tweet at us. I'm Call Me Tasteless.
And I am Artosis.
And thank you, as always, for joining us here at GOMTV.net. We really hope you guys continue to spread the good word of what we're doing here at GOM, covering the WCS Korea Season 2. Again, thank you guys so much for watching us. We love you. We'll see you next time. Good night.
And I can't help but notice there's a subtle worry